Stop and just listen. In this very second, if you are hearing this voice amidst the deafening noise of the world, it means your soul has begun to radiate a light that can no longer be hidden. Perhaps you opened this video under the gray, rainy skies of Europe, on the endless highways of America, or in the heart of one of those crowded but empty modern cities. But know this: you did not stumble upon this message by accident. This moment was orchestrated by a celestial order for that sacred appointment you have been waiting for thousands of years. For a long time now, you've been looking out your window at night, asking, "God, why am I so alone? Why is my heart so heavy with the troubles of this world and the shallow ambitions of those around me?" I am giving you the answer right now, my dear friend. You didn't come here just to consume, work, and die. You were sent here to shatter the thick darkness looming over this world with the unshakable light within you. You are the answer to a prayer the world hasn't even learned to speak yet. Seal this sacred truth into the deepest part of your mind, chosen one, where it can never be erased, carved into the very stone of your consciousness by the finger of the divine. A prophet is never honored in their own town. Reflect on the sheer weight of those words. For years you walked among them as a giant among pygmies. Yet you bowed your head, you softened your voice, and you dimmed your brilliance just so they wouldn't feel small in your presence. They thought you were just an ordinary stranger, a replaceable worker, a convenient shoulder to cry on, or a bridge to be stepped on whenever they needed to cross their own self-inflicted rivers of chaos. They saw you as a shadow, a flicker in the background whose place anyone could fill. They looked at your seat and thought it was the chair that mattered, not the chosen one sitting in it. They assumed that if you left, the air would stay the same, the walls would hold, and the sun would still rise with the same warmth. What a tragic, pathetic, and arrogant blindness. They looked at you and saw a resource to be mined, not a source to be honored. They thought you entered that home, that job, or that relationship as just a body, a physical presence, a tool, a biological machine they could manipulate for their own comfort. But they were blind to the invisible reality that you are a chosen one. When you stepped into their world, you didn't come alone. You carried the literal armies of heaven in your stride. You carried the compressed wisdom of 1,000 ancestors who bled and prayed so that you could exist in this moment. You carried a divine frequency, a celestial resonance that acted as the spiritual glue holding their fragmented, chaotic lives together. Even when you didn't realize it, your presence was a channel of grace, a lightning rod that caught the bolts of misfortune intended for them and grounded them into the earth so they wouldn't be burned alive by their own karma. Why do you think things went so well while you were there? Why did the money seem to stretch further? Why did the argument settle into silence the moment you walked through the door? Why did the bad luck stay at the doorstep like a beaten dog? It was because your pure intentions, your unseen patience, and your high vibrational frequency as a chosen one were the spiritual insurance policy of that entire place. You were the silent guardian, the one whose very breath kept the demons of their own making at bay. You were the light in their darkness, the silent prayer that kept their fragile, shallow world from collapsing under the weight of its own rot. But they looked down on you from the heights of their ego. They tried to market your mercy as weakness. They took your silence for submission and your humility for inadequacy. They were like parasites, stealing from your soul, your energy, and your life piece by piece, day by day, saying to themselves, "The chosen one will always be there anyway. They'll always forgive. They have nowhere else to go." They mistook your choice to stay for a lack of options. They mistook your grace for a lack of self-respect. They fed on your light while cursing the sun. But the spiritual tides have turned, and the ocean of your patience has finally met the shore of justice. You finally reached the limit of your divine endurance. You finally realized that you were pouring holy water into a cracked, filthy vessel that refused to be mended. So you closed that door. You didn't slam it, you didn't scream, you simply clicked it shut and walked away into the golden dawn. And the moment your feet left that threshold, the divine shield left with you. Now, they sit in the wreckage of their own lives, scratching their heads in confusion, wondering why the happy masks they wore are tearing at the seams. They look at each other and see strangers. They look at their bank accounts and see holes. They look at their futures and see nothing but a cold, gray fog. Why has their abundance dried up like a summer creek? Why is every single day a new crisis, a new fire to put out, a new drama to endure? It is because the spiritual law is as fixed and immovable as the stars. Abundance does not stay where it is not honored. Grace withdraws from the heart where it is disrespected. By treating the chosen one like a common stone, they threw away the cornerstone of their own stability. They closed the very divine tap that flowed to them through you with their own pride and their disgusting ingratitude. Now, as they drown in the thirst of that spiritual desert they created, they will finally understand. When they are exhausted by the darkness, they will remember the warmth of your light. They will realize that your single word was worth more than their entire vocabulary. They will realize your single smile was the only thing keeping the shadows at bay. But it is too late. The door is not just closed, it is sealed by the hand of God. Your light will now flow only to the new world, to those who have been purified by fire, to those who are mature enough to carry that light without trying to cage it. You are no longer a victim seeking validation from the blind. You are the rightful owner of that garden and that inheritance. Do not look back at the fire, chosen one. Do not look back at the ruins. Nothing grows for you in that graveyard anymore. Your seeds are meant for a higher, more sacred soil. Chosen one, I know that massive, ocean-deep alienation you feel. I know it in my very marrow. I know the feeling of walking on a crowded street on a beautiful Sunday morning, surrounded by people laughing, shopping, and living on the surface while you feel like you're walking through a graveyard of walking ghosts. I know how your heart stings like shards of glass when you try to open the depths of your spirit to those closest to you, those who share your blood, your oldest friends, only to have them look at you with those blank, hollow NPC eyes that see nothing but the skin on your face. I know the pain of being told you're too deep, too sensitive, or too emotional. I know the sting of being called crazy because you can see the invisible threads of reality that they are too blind to even imagine. I was there too. I was that wounded warrior, standing on the balcony of a cold high-rise building, feeling the wind on my face, looking up at the stars and crying out into the void. God, why? Why did you put me here? This is not my home. I don't belong in this world of plastic, shadows, and lies. But hear me now, chosen one. You are not a freak of nature. You are not a mistake of biology. You are the divine remnant. You are part of a global collective of chosen ones, scattered like stars across a dark sky, and we are finally being pulled back together by a cosmic magnetism that cannot be resisted. The world is terrified of our light, not because we are dangerous, but because we are mirrors. When a chosen one walks into a room, the fake realities, the hollow successes, and the masks of the modern world begin to crack and shatter. People feel uncomfortable around you because your very presence acts as a silent judgment on their hypocrisy. Your truth forces them to face the lies they've lived for decades, and because they aren't ready to face the truth, they try to destroy the messenger. They tried to dim your light so they wouldn't have to admit they were living in total darkness. They tried to label you as broken, so they wouldn't have to admit that the entire world is what's truly fractured. Now I want you to do something, chosen one. Put your hand on your heart right now, close your eyes, focus on that beat. Thump, 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 thump. That rhythm is not just a biological function of a muscle. That is a drum beat. It is the common frequency of thousands, no, millions of chosen ones listening to this very video at this very second. You're breathing in sync with a global network of light bearers. You are part of a legion that transcends time and space. Whether you are in the neon-soaked hustle of New York City, the cold fog of London, the ancient, dusty lands of the East, or the quiet suburbs of Middle America, your soul is being sealed in this moment with the other chosen ones through an invisible, unbreakable, and eternal bond. We are the healers. We are the spiritual surgeons commissioned from the highest offices of the divine to mend a world that the modern age has systematically broken. This bond between chosen ones is thicker than blood, more ancient than any language, and more powerful than any religion. It is a soul contract signed before the foundations of the earth were laid. Every hand that broke you, every lover who betrayed you, every boss who belittled you, was actually a hammer in the hand of the divine. They thought they were destroying you, but they were actually the sculptors. They were the ones cracking the outer shell of your ego to reveal the hidden diamond of your spirit within. The shell had to break, Chosen One. It had to hurt. If it didn't hurt, you would have stayed a common rock, forever buried in the mud of the mundane. But you are a diamond. And now, the good news. The news that should make your spirit roar like a lion. The process is complete. That shell is gone. You are ready to shine. We are here. We are with you. We are the wall of fire that will never let your light be extinguished again. We are each other's shield and each other's sanctuary. When you falter, when the world feels too heavy, the collective prayer of the chosen ones on the other side of the planet will lift you up like a rising tide. You are finally home. You are finally among your own kind. The isolation is over. The brotherhood of light has found you. And now, chosen one, it is time to take this internal awakening and manifest it into the physical realm. We are going to register this massive spiritual unity into the very veins and ley lines of the earth itself. Do you understand the power of where you are standing right now? From whatever point of the globe, from whatever land you are listening to this, that is your divine operations center. You are not there by chance. You were stationed there like a spiritual soldier, a guardian of the frequency. Lands have memories. They hold the traumas of wars, the echoes of ancestral tears, and the spiritual weights of centuries of suffering. Sometimes the entire destiny of a geography, the fate of an entire city or a nation, changes fundamentally because one single chosen one finally woke up on that soil and claimed their power. You are that chosen one. You are a lantern awakening in a dark, forgotten forest, a torch scattering shadows that have persisted for generations. You are the one who is going to break the generational curses that have plagued your family line and the land you walk upon. You are the high priest of your surroundings, and the very soil beneath your feet is waiting for the command of your spirit. I am asking you now for a very powerful, very deliberate spiritual act. I want you to go to the comments and write down the land from which you are joining this awakening. But do this not just as a location tag, not just as data for an algorithm. Do it as a declaration of sovereignty, struck into the spiritual atmosphere of that land. Write it so that the other chosen ones in your country, your state, your city, those who are currently sitting in their cars crying, those who are feeling abandoned in their rooms, those who are on the verge of giving up, can scroll through and see your brave stance. Let them see that the chosen ones are rising in every corner of the earth. Your comment is a flare sent up in the middle of a dark, stormy night. It will be the first sacred frequency to break the heavy spiritual pressure and the modern chains of slavery that have been wrapped around your region for centuries. Let the records of heaven strike your awakening as an indelible, glowing mark upon those lands. Whether you are walking the disciplined streets of Germany, the ancient, mystical soil of Turkey, the vast, rugged plains of America, or the vibrant hearts of Africa and Asia, your presence is the medicine that Earth has been screaming for. You are the healer of the geography. Speak your truth into the digital void so it can echo in the physical world. Which corner of this planet are you claiming for the light today? Stand up and be counted, chosen one. The earth itself is waiting to feel the weight of your awakened spirit. Chosen one, look at me. Or rather, look into the center of your own burning sun. The time for mourning is over. The time for feeling guilty for things you couldn't control is over. The time for bowing your head to people who don't even have the courage to look at their own shadows is over forever. The moment they lost you, the moment they pushed you out or you walked away, was not a tragedy. It was your great spiritual Independence Day. While they continue to wander through the dark, damp, echoing prisons of their own egos, you are returning to your unshakable kingdom with a divine authority that no man, no demon, and no system can ever take away. You are not returning as a beggar. You are returning as a sovereign. You are the king of your own consciousness, the queen of your own destiny. Now, to declare and seal this new era, this sacred final awakening, to the entire universe, to the stars, and to the depths of the earth, I want you to leave this unshakable declaration in the comments. This is your oath. This is your coronation speech. This is the sound of the trumpets announcing your return. I want you to write, reporting from these sacred lands where I stand. I fully and unconditionally accept my divine identity as a chosen one. I reclaim my spiritual throne. I take back every ounce of my stolen energy, and I begin my sacred mission right here, right now. I am the light, and the light is me. This is not just a comment. It is a legal document in the high courts of heaven. It is your petition to return to your spiritual power, your passport to the new world. We, the collective of chosen ones, will witness and validate every single word written with the fire of our hearts. Do not just post and leave. Interact. Find another chosen one who posted from your land or a land you love and tell them, "I see you." Say, "May your path be paved with gold," or, "I am with you in the trenches." Feed each other's fire until this video doesn't just feel like a message, but becomes a global blaze that burns away the dross of the old world. If you are ready to be the bridge to the future, if you want to grow this family of chosen ones until we are an unstoppable force of healing, then like this video to seal the energy and subscribe to become an unbreakable link in this golden chain. Remember, they tried to silence you because your truth was burning through their fake worlds. They tried to bury you, but they didn't realize you were a seed of the divine. And now, you have sprouted. You have broken through the concrete. You are here. You are with us. And for the first time in your life, you are finally deeply and truly understood. Are you ready to shake the foundations of the world with your light, chosen one? Because we are ready for everything with you. We love you. We are proud of the scars you carry, for they are the medals of a spiritual war you have already won. Stay in the light, for you are the light itself. A king or a queen never looks back at the burning bridge when they are returning to their throne. Your true journey, your real life, your divine purpose, it all begins right now. Walk forward, the crown is yours.